What's up, YouTube? TCM Project here with my first ever Sports Daily show. Basically, what this is, I'm gonna be doing this during the summer, so I'm not bored. I'm gonna talk about what I think's gonna happen in sports. Give you the news what happened the day before, and all that other good stuff. So basically, what we have here today is the first ever Sports Daily with me. I'm gonna be giving you my predictions for the NCAA championship game, and this is mainly the MLB 2012 prediction show. So obviously, last night the Kentucky Wildcats won in kind of a dominating fashion, and then the Kansas Jayhawks made a comeback. They're down by 13 in the first half, and made a comeback and won against the Ohio State Buckeyes. So tomorrow night it'll be the Kansas Jayhawks versus the Kentucky Wildcats, and as you can tell, guys, I'm a huge KU fan. I This team has the will to win. They've come back every game they've been in. They've been down, and they've came back. So I gotta go with KU. You can't beat the will to win. Um, I know it's not gonna be a popular choice, but I'm gonna pick the KU Jayhawks. They're gonna win by. What's the score? 75-68 in overtime, just like '08. So okay. So now let's get on to the MLB prediction show. I guess we'll go over the NL first. I'm gonna go over how I think the division is gonna go, and then I'll go over some of the strengths of each team, some of the weaknesses, and then if they have a key addition, I'll note that too. So, in the NL East, I think the first place team is going to be the Miami Marlins. They're laden with key additions. Mark Burley, Jose Reyes, Heath Bell, Carlos Zambrano. Josh Johnson's coming back from injury, so it's kind of an addition. So I just don't think you can beat that team. Their biggest the biggest strength is the left side of the infield with Hanley Ramirez, who I think could definitely play third base, and Jose Reyes, so that's their strength. And then I think their weakness is Ozzie Guillen. I mean, he's a manager who puts his foot in his mouth, and I think it's going to wear on some of those players not going to like it. That's really the only thing I can see it's not going to be good for them. So, second place and still making the playoffs in one of the wild cards is the Philadelphia Phillies. Their biggest addition was Jonathan Papelbon, of course, and I think their really only loss is Raul Ibanez. So I think their biggest strength is the rotation. Of course, I mean that rotation is stacked. No one in MLB can fight that. But then again, I think their biggest weakness is their rotation is not getting any younger. Their infield's not getting any younger. I mean, Ryan Howard has a lot of good years left in him. Cole Hamels does, but Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee, they're going to have to wear out sometime. It could be this year. So, my third place, still making the playoffs. This is the second wild card team. This is the Atlanta Braves. Um, Really, nothing lost, nothing gained for them. It doesn't seem like so. Their biggest advantage, in my opinion, is Freddie Freeman, Craig Kimbrell, the youth of them guys, Jason Hayward, Ventures, O'Flaherty. I mean, that not DL, the bullpen is just amazing, and they're going to be good for a long time if they don't F them up or try to put them in starting rotation or anything. And then the biggest the weakness is the fact Chipper Jones to be his last year. He's already starting the season on DL. I just don't think it's going to be a healthy year for him, and they need him for a leadership role. I mean, they just need him there. Fourth place, not making the playoffs, is the Washington Nationals. They really didn't lose anything, but their biggest addition was the acquisition of Edwin Jackson. I think he's a great pitcher. Um, their biggest, uh, best thing that's happening to them right now is Steven Strasburg is back. Um, he's a great pitcher. He's not doing so well in spring training, but it's spring training. The games don't matter for a reason. The worst thing for them is, I think, AAA for Bryce Harper. I mean, start him up in the majors. Think about how many more people would become the opening day if he was there. I mean, it helps your players play better when there's more fans in the stands, let's face it. And then the last place, cellar dwellers, will be the New York Mets. Didn't really gain much, and they lost Jose Reyes. And that's just not good. Their biggest weapon, I guess, is David Wright, and the worst thing for them is no Jose. So now we're going to go to the NL Central, making the playoffs. Number one is going to be the Brewers. their biggest loss is clearly Prince Fielder, but I still think they have a great rotation that underperformed last year and will perform this year. The best thing for them is the Ryan Braun will not have the 50-game suspension, but the worst thing is they won't have any protection for him. I mean, Casey McGee's gone, stuff like that. Prince is gone, of course, and that's just Yolinsky Betancourt's gone. Second place in that division, in my opinion, is going to be the Reds. They lost Yonder, which won't be Yonder Alonso this year, which won't mean anything this year, but I think it will be a big impact in the future because I don't think Joey Votto is going to be there long term. The biggest addition, of course, is Matt Latos. The best thing they got going for them right now is Albert Pujols isn't in the division. So, I mean, I think that division is a wide open race. I think the Brewers are going to take it, of course, but I think the Reds have a real chance to be second place. Their biggest bad areas are rotation. I mean, Volquez, Cueto, Latos, none of them have been consistent over their careers. Arroyo, I mean, just none of them have been. So, third place, I'm gonna go with the Pirates. I mean, they have the biggest thing they got going for them is they got experience from last year. I mean, being in the race for a shortened period of time is still better than being cellar dwellers. They lost Ryan Ludwig, that's about it. But I don't think their bullpen can perform, so that's what they were not going to get into the playoffs due to their bullpen. Fourth place is the Cards. Their biggest addition was Carlos Beltran, but they lost Albert Pujols and Tony La Russa. That's their worst thing, in my opinion. They lost Tony La Russa. We don't know what Mike Matheny can do. Honestly, in my opinion, he probably won't be a good manager at all. He'll probably be there 2 years and get fired. But they do have Adam Wainwright coming back. That's the bright side for them. He wasn't there last year. Imagine what they would have done with him. But the Cubs, their biggest loss, I'm gonna have them fifth in the Central, was Zambrano. But they honestly, in my opinion, they got a great pickup in Anthony Rizzo. Theo knows what he's doing about there because he was the one who got him to the Padres and got Rizzo. So I think that's gonna be a great addition. Not this year, perhaps maybe 2 years down the line. He's gonna be a all-star caliber first baseman. The best thing I go for them is Theo, and Theo they trust. But then the worst thing they got going for them is the GOAT. That's just it. That's all. That's why I wrote down the GOAT. They're not going because of the GOAT. They can have the best team in the world, but they won't win because of the GOAT. I picked last place, the Astros. They lost Melcion, and they got Lowry, which he's injured all the time. The bright thing is for them, it can't be as bad as last year. I mean, honestly, can it be worse? Yes, it could be. They could lose 162, but they won't. And I mean, the worst thing is, can you name any of their players? They're not gonna have any fans in the stands. You can't name any of their players, which means they can have some bright spots, of course. But I don't know. I never pick a team that I don't know who any of their players are. So, and then the West is the Giants. They lost Beltran, but they got Melky Cabrera, which is a good pickup for them. They got Buster Posey coming back, which is the bright spot, but their offense is not that good. So, I still think they're gonna win that division. It's not the best division. The D-backs, not really lost or gained anything. The best thing for them is Upton. The guy's a beast. With Prince gone and Albert Pujols, it gives him a leg up to be the best player. I don't think their bullpen's quite good, so I don't think they're getting there. The Dodgers, the third place team. I'm trying to rush this a little bit. It's already 8 minutes into the video, sorry. But Dodgers, they got Magic Johnson as the owner. That's the bright spot. They did get Mark Ellis, didn't lose anything, but they won't win because of the hangover from the Frank McCourt thing, which is too much of a distraction. The fans will be there at first, but I just don't think this team can do it. They ain't spending any money to do the Frank McCourt thing this offseason. They got Ellis, but Ellis isn't a big name pitcher. Is basically what they need. They have Billingsley and they have Kershaw, but that's about it. So the fourth place is the Rockies. They got Michael Kadire, which is good for them. The best thing they got going for them is Tulowitzki. The worst thing is over the Hilton. Hilton, he's just getting too old. Guy ain't got nothing left in the tank, I don't think so. Then the worst team in that division will be the Padres. They lost Heath Bell, but they did get Yonder Alonso, which I think will be great for them. But they got rid of Rizzo, but I don't know. It's kind of like trading Prince Fielder for Albert Pujols. You don't know which one's gonna be better. Um, the best thing going for them is their farm system is number one, but the worst thing is they're all still in AAA. My pick to win the MVP in the National League is Justin Upton, and my pick for Cy Young is Wainwright, and my rookie of the year is Yonder Alonso. Now let's get to the American League real quick. Red Sox, they lost Papelbon. They got Bailey though, which still not as good as Papelbon. So they got the lineup going for them. They have the best lineup in baseball. They're gonna be first place in the AL East. But their 4 and 5 star is a big question mark. Can DeBront and Bard get done? I don't know. I think you put Bard in the bullpen, just leave him where he is. Make him be a good set man. Second place, the Rays. They got a great start in 3. They got Pena back. But I don't think that bullpen can be as consistent as it was last year. The Yankees, their biggest thing is they're going to go as far as TC Sabathia can take them. They don't really have much else, in my opinion. They're old. They got rid of Montero for Pineda. Really, Pineda sucked against the AL East last year. He was absolutely awful. But Montero, he's really good. That was stupid. Fourth place Blue Jays, they got Jose, that Bautista, that's their big spot. But what they have after Ricky Romero in the rotation, not much. The Orioles, last place. They lost Vlad, didn't really gain anything. The best thing I go from is manager is Buck Showalter. Uh, everybody but Jones, in my opinion, is not very good. So, first place in AL Central will be the Tigers. They added Prince Fielder, but they lost D-Mart for the year, which is a big loss in my opinion. But Prince Fielder will get them in the playoffs. They got the big three. They got Verlander, they got Cabrera, and they got Pena. I mean, not Pena. Prince Fielder. Their their number 5 star is a big question mark, and the third base defense, well, it's a big question mark. Second is the Royals. They lost Melky Berg, got Sanchez. The best thing is for them, they got a little experience from over last year, but their rotation is not good. Um, Twins, Maurer and Morneau should be healthy this year. They lost Kadire, but the rotation is terrible. The Indians, they got Kipnis for a full year now. Fausto Carmona is just the biggest question mark on that team right now. Nobody knows really what's happened to him or what his real name is. I don't know his real name. The White Sox, bye-bye Ozzy. I think that's great for them. That's the best thing in my opinion for them. The worst thing is they lost Mark Burley, and they added Ventura, who I think will be a good manager. Um, Now the AL West, the Angels, the best thing they got going from is those additions. They got Albert Pujols. The only thing I can see bad was they got rid of Chatwood for nothing. And their number 5 star is the only weakness I can see. So, in my opinion, they are really, really good. The Rangers, their bullpen is their number one thing they got going for them, but they don't know who the number 1 star is going to be. Is it going to be Yao or is it going to be Holland? I don't think either of them can be replaced. Can replace C.J. Wilson, so that's what they got bad for them. They do got Yao Darvish, who will bring a lot of fans to stands, which will help them play better. Uh, Third place, the Mariners. They are young. That's the best thing, but Ichiro is not. That's the worst thing. They got rid of Pineda, which in my opinion is good, because they got Montero, who I think is a complete stud. I didn't want to say it before because he was a Yankee. The A's, the best thing they got going for them is I guess they got new trade bait with Cespedes. Uh, they're not going to ever win with Billy Bean there because Billy Bean just trades everybody away. Anybody who played good last year was traded or let go, so that's terrible. MVP, Prince Fielder, I think he got this. Cy Young, a lot of you are going to laugh at me, but Ricky Romero is going to win Cy Young in my opinion. The Roy is going to be Miguel Montero, or not Miguel, Jesus Montero. My NL champion is the Miami Marlins. My AL champion is going to be between the Red Sox and Angels. And the winner of that is going to go into the World Series. In my opinion, it's going to be the Red Sox. But, I don't know, a lot of question marks, a lot of stuff. I hope you liked this video. I will be back with more this summer. This is just a little preview, so I hope you all enjoy.